Hello, everyone, and welcome to my Bible Essays. For all those that don't know me, my name is Yolanda, and I'm excited to be here, and I hope you're excited to be here too. But before we get started on the topic, I would like to start off by saying I'm not here to argue or disrespect anyone's religion, okay? All I'm here to do is share my opinion based on my research. Hopefully, this will help someone who is going through what I went through. So, without further ado, let's get started. The scripture here. This is the reason why people think that Noah was a drunk. Okay, so we're gonna go back to the main screen, right? And we're gonna discuss that, a little further because Noah took a drink, right? He may not have known how much his body was able to tolerate, right? That's a possibility because I may have a drink maybe once or twice. Once or twice a year, yeah, I may have a drink of wine, and I only could do a glass, and I mean either from 4 to 6 ounces. Anything else, I'm done. So I do the 4 to 6 ounces, and I'm good. I'm feeling kind of nice then, right? But anything over that is a no go. It's a no go for me. Excuse the noise in the background. Um, I'm sorry, I don't have a soundproof room. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. Okay, so um, yeah, so Noah, like I said, this was after the flood. This is after he built the ark. This is, they done went through the 40 days, 40 nights. They done went through the rain. The land done dried up. He's now back on solid ground, and he decided to plant him a vineyard, and I don't know if he was just trying to taste what he planted, but he just drank too much. Okay, he drank too much, and he became drunk. Right? But does that make him a drunkard? No, because I'm quite sure we all have come, a certain time in our life where we have maybe tried something, and even though it didn't work well with us, we still don't want to be labeled as. Some people may have drank that one time and they overindulge. Do they want to be called an alcoholic? No. You have some people that maybe smoke weed one time and they didn't like it. Do you want to be called a pothead? No. So the same concept. I feel like, we need to stop calling Noah a drunk. Okay? So we want to look at Noah the same way God looked at Noah from before the flood, right? That's what we want to do. We want to look at Noah the way God looked at Noah before the flood. So let's see how God looked at Noah before the flood. Let's take a look. And we're going to go to Genesis 6, 5 through 9. And I'll explain why I started at 5. But right now, let's just take a look at Genesis 5 through 9. I'm sorry, Genesis 6, 5 through 9. Okay, so let's turn to Genesis 6. We'll start at 5.
And God saw that the wickedness of man was great in the earth, and that every imagination of the thoughts of his heart was only evil continually. And it repented the Lord that he had made man on the earth, and it grieved him at his heart. And the Lord said, I will destroy man whom I have created from the face of the earth, both man and beast, and the creeping thing, and the fowls of the air, for it repenteth me that I have made them. But Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. These are the generations of Noah. Noah was a just man, and perfect in his generations. And Noah walked with God.
Okay, so that sheds a different light on things. Because remember, we're talking about, I'm going to go back to the main screen. So now we're talking about before the flood. Okay, so when God commissioned Noah to build the ark, this is what he saw in Noah. Okay, it states in Genesis. I'm sorry. Let me back up a little bit. The reason why I started at 5, that was because I just wanted you guys to see how upset God was with mankind, that he was actually regret making man. Okay, he regretted. He said, I'm just wiping everything and everybody. I'm done. I mean, to the animals, everything. He was just so fed up with how wicked man became, because they continuously did wicked things. They continuously been bad. So Noah could not have possibly been a drunk, because he would have fell into that category of a person doing something wicked or evil or bad continuously. Okay, because that's why God wanted to destroy all living beings that was on earth, because they kept continuously being bad and doing wicked things, right? So now we're going to look at 8. We see in verse 8, Noah found grace in the eyes of the Lord. And in verse 9, it also states that Noah was a just man and perfect in his generation, and that Noah walked with God. They didn't say Noah stumbled with God. They said Noah walked with God. And I'm gonna tell you, in the Bible, if you did something, believe me, they're gonna say exactly what you did. They don't sugarcoat it. The Bible's not sugarcoated. It's people that sugarcoat the Bible. The Bible's not sugarcoated. I'm telling you that right now. The Bible not sugarcoated. Lord gonna let you know. All right. So he was not. They said he was perfect in his generation. Right. So Noah was not a drunk. Right. So God wouldn't have chosen him if he was continuously indulging in alcohol like that. God would not have done that. He would have just wiped everything out, clean slate. Maybe he would have started all over. Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not God. I can't say. But yeah, so we need to look at Noah in a different light. And it wasn't just that Noah was a person who built the ark. He was more than that. He was a just man. He was a faithful man. He was a man that walked with God. He found favor in God's eyes. All right. So he was much more than just a man who God commissioned to build the ark. Right. So with that being said, let that be a lesson for us. Yeah. Let that be a lesson for us. We have to be careful not to perceive people by what other people say. Certain things we have to find out for ourselves. Not certain things, but all things we should want to find out for ourselves before we go and parakeet what other people were saying. All right. So I'm hoping that this information was conducive to you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you have any questions for me, please let me know. I would be more than happy to answer them to the best of my ability, or whatever research I come up with, or let's swap information. If you have other information about Noah, please feel free. I would love to hear from you. So until next time, may God continue to bless you. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.